All this week on Dateline Schools, we're getting some tips on how we can get this school year off to a great start and what our teachers are doing to get ready. And to tell us all about it, my special guest is behavior specialist from St. Clair County RESA, Joe Zima. And Joe, I know you get a chance to work with a lot of the kids that are probably some of the more behavior issues in school. We're seeing a lot of kids with attention deficit issues and those type of things. I got to think for those kids, it's going to be a difficult time to get them back into the classroom, back into the routine, isn't it?
I think for a lot of our kids, it's going to be challenging coming back into the classroom. I had just spoken with Renee Hanna, who's one of our behavior specialists here. And Renee and I actually started about the same time, almost 20 years ago, with Professional Counseling Center and Community Mental Health. Renee and I are both school social workers, but our background's in clinical social work or child and family therapy. And our concern kind of going into this year is how is the stress of COVID-19 going to impact kids emotionally? We know from the mental health first aid work that about 33% or about a third of kids 13 to 18 could be diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, which is something you see develop out of stress. And everything kind of in those anxiety disorders falls into that fight, flight, or freeze response. So we think most of the behaviors that we see are going to have some kind of medical underpinning like anxiety or stress. And we could list 1,000 different examples under fight or flight, or kids that actually kind of freeze up when they experience a large amount of stress. So I think that's our biggest concern moving into this school year is how are kids going to respond to stress? I think the positive side of that, there's so many things that teachers and parents can do to help buffer that stress. There's so many things that we can do in the classroom that are up to even just a minute long in terms of interventions, just quick, simple ideas to help alleviate that stress and help kids focus on what's happening in the classroom and help reduce those behavior challenges. Things like 1-minute breathing exercises that we help teachers kind of walk through. We were doing that as early as second grade with Cleveland Elementary last year before this even set in. And those little strategies can make a remarkable difference in reducing some of those behavior challenges.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. To Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harris.